Hey, Jack. One of the reasons I started this YouTube channel was to talk about skating and kind of talk about gear and some of the things that we as roller skaters just kind of want to know and talk about and understand. Then I broke my leg. The thing is, this isn't the first time I've had like a crazy injury from skating. And a lot of times in roller derby, I mean, a lot of people ask about injuries because, you know, they see you as a female, as a woman playing this aggressive sport. And I think the first thing they think is like, oh, it must be really dangerous. Which, I mean, yeah, I mean, any full contact sport has its issues. We used to talk a lot about, you know, what's with the injury porn? Like, it's not, like, sure, injuries happen, but, like, can we talk about the sport itself and be less, like, obsessed with injuries? But I have to be honest, when I first broke my collarbone, it was during a monumental time in my life. I wrote a memoir about the first 2 years that I spent playing roller derby. Roller derby was something I had always wanted to play ever since it kind of came back. I don't want to say that I started playing because of what was happening in my life. At the time, my dad had died and my mom was dealing with cancer and I was going through a divorce, so there was a lot that was weighing on me. But that's not why I started playing. I started playing because I wanted to play this amazing sport. But what I will say about roller derby was that it sort of helped me cope with what I was experiencing. Kind of at the tail end of my first season, I broke my collarbone. I was terrified that it was just going to go away. And I mean, spoiler alert, it didn't go away. I ended up playing for 7 years. Injuring myself now as a mom and a business owner and a wife is so much different than when I injured myself as like somebody going through what I was dealing with. The interesting thing too about being injured this time versus being injured when I was skating is that now I don't necessarily have anything that I'm rushing to get healthy in order to play. When you get injured playing roller derby, you want to get back to playing as soon as you can. And so I broke my collarbone and all I wanted to do was get back to skating. I separated my shoulder and all I wanted to do was get back to playing. I broke my fingers and popped a bursa and I just wanted to get back to playing. And you know, it's really stressful when you can't get back to those things. And so now I'm just like, no, I need to get back to like living a long, healthy life where I don't have joints and muscles and things that ache constantly. Really, what I'm just trying to say with all of this is I appreciate you guys following along on this hiccup in my life. I'm hoping that I'll end up finding out that I have an agent soon and that you'll want to read stories about how I was able to get through what I did, mostly because I think it can help others see that, you know, you really can get through what you think are the worst days of your life. I think all of the time that I spent with my injuries in roller derby just made me realize like things happen and you can bounce back from it and continue to go on and find success regardless of what happens. Long story short, thanks for following along on my little adventures. Hopefully I'll be back before we know it. Right, Jack? Mm-hmm.